You may not believe. You may think it's not real.
Is anybody there?
What could be haunting this place?
Do spirits really exist? Use your voice and communicate to us.
I'm Bex.
And I'm Sean,
Uncover the truth.
on the Ghost Dimension channel.
Boy, you'd think I was in retrograde still. I'm kind of backwards a little bit, but that's okay. I hope everybody's well that's coming in here right now to see me. And yeah, it's a beautiful Tuesday here. We're actually a little bit warmer weather. Hang on here. I'm going to shut my phone off. One second. I look all backwards today. Sorry. Shut my phone off. All right. So there we go. It's shutting down. Power off. Yep. Okay. Everything's like just crazy right now. I don't know what's going on. He was whacked today and yesterday, but so I've got him close so I can keep an eye on him. Otherwise, he's running all over the place. So yeah, let's say hi to everybody. I see Kay's here. James is here. Hi. Hi, Maud. How are you? Let's see. There were other people because I saw them. Hi, Kat. How are you? You were like the first one in today. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope you know, everybody out there is having a nice day like it is here for a change, right? Okay, so let me see what's going on. Okay. Oh, this is weird. It's doing some different stuff right now. Yeah, I can do that for you. Absolutely. Hi, Christy. How are you? Hi, Mama. Rihanna, you're here. Yay, I'm glad you could make it. All right, so let me get these cards open first. You sure can, Maud. Let me give you one. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. They did some changes. They also did some changes to a couple of other things that I have, and I'm not really sure what they are. But they're showing up differently, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? All right, so here we go. Let me shuffle these cards up, Maud. Oh, it smells like we got my lilac bush is blooming outside my window. And oh my gosh, it smells just so beautiful. Absolutely so beautiful. I just wish they'd last a little bit longer than they do. All right, here we go, Maud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this card, it's really interesting is when I got 72 different cards in this deck, and there's some that really kind of show themselves quite often. So your card today, Maud, is excuse me, the elk. Okay, so the elk for you today. Okay, the elk for you today is talking about standing on your own in front of, or to be witnessed by, like your family and friends and the immediate people. This doesn't mean you're going to go stand up in an auditorium or anything to give a speech, but this is about standing up for who you are, okay? That you matter. And sometimes you feel kind of pushed to the side, and elk brings you that courage to stand and do what's needed in whatever you're engaging in currently. It's like you have to make the decision that's going to best work for you. some people might not like that. And it's just really too bad because you're taking care of you for a change. Okay, they also talk about, okay, elk come like as a herd. They take care of each other, and there's alphas that kind of set watch for what's going on around them to protect, kind of, right? As a like a security guard. But this one is all about standing in that position and speaking or being who you are to the people around you. And the problem that you haven't done quite enough for yourself to feel good about stuff is because you haven't done this. Okay, you can ask other people's opinions and you can ask for assistance, which is great if you need. We all have to understand that sometimes we have to learn to do that. And maybe we aren't used to doing that, asking for help, but you get it, except you're the one that seems to be always asked. And then when it's time to come back, we hear you, Mango. We hear you really loud, buddy. I can't let you out right now. So it's like you stand there and you need to be seen. You need to be heard. You need to kind of not worry about what everybody else thinks of you because it's really not important. You're not doing anything that will hurt anybody. You're not saying anything that would hurt anybody. This is about you. So this is your time. And that's what Elk is saying really loud, is to stand up for yourself. Okay. So I hope that resonates with you, Maud, and thanks for popping in. Okay. Yeah, you know, so often, you know, we get to a place where, you know, sometimes we just keep give, and we never get back. And we also have to learn to take what's needed, time for ourselves. But it's like, take time for ourselves, make our boundaries, set our boundaries, and it's okay. And it's not selfish to do that. But of course, at least my parents, because I'm old, you know, my parents raised me the way they were raised, and that's to take care of everybody else before we're allowed to take care of ourselves. And that couldn't be further from the truth. So all of us need to take point on that. And again, I hope that resonates with you, Maud. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list. Okay, I did put up links for you guys if you want to jump on the studio with me. You know, oh, somebody's coming. All right, I see Christy. I see your name, Christy, but I need a picture, so you have to do that. Okay, and before you come on, and while you're doing that, I am going to give a reading. Oh no, I'm not. Hang on, I hit the wrong one. Hi, Chloe. How are you? James. I'm going to give James a card. So Christy who? I've got you on and in the studio, but I need to see you. So you have to allow, it's not even allowing your mic to come on. So you need to, whatever you're on, allow the video stream. They're not going to collect anything from you. You don't get hacked from StreamYard or anything like that. It's just so you can get into my studio. All right, so James, let's see what I can get for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh. All right. Well, you know, these 2 cards came out, so I'm going to give you the 2-card read this time because they both fell out of place here. Okay. The first card that is in the 7th spot was a butterfly. But this one, hi, Natalie, I see you're coming in too. I need to see you guys so I can pull you in. Otherwise, it's just a blank. Okay. All right. So you also got the medicine wheel. Okay. I see you now, Natalie. I'll get you in a minute. Okay. The butterfly for you is about you kind of shaking off stuff where you've kind of been put yourself in. Because you put yourself there, it's been hard to break out of. It's like a cocoon, or you're standing back from a lot of things that are going on. This is about opening up and going into things that maybe you didn't experience before, or new people, new situations, you know, all that kind of stuff. So they want you to get out there. And the reason they want you to get out of there and show your stuff to everybody is the second card, and that comes up as the medicine wheel. Okay, so the medicine wheel is all about balance, and it's off for you right now. So you need to open to allow those positives to come in. And once you do that, you're going to be amazed at how many kind of things that come at you that are available, options and things to see, people to meet, all this new stuff. But but you have to open up to receive that. Okay, and the universe will send it to you, but you have to really be open to that energy coming in. And if you put out positives, positives are going to come back to you, James, but you have to balance. And to do that, you need to kind of get out of that space that you've kind of put yourself in. And again, you know, a lot of people have done that, especially over the past few years because of COVID and everything. You know, they're kind of having a little bit of a hard time kind of getting back into life because it is changed. It's not like it was before COVID started. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I get that. So even if you step out a little bit at a time, you'll do good for yourself in allowing that stuff to come. Okay. So, okay. I hope that resonates for you, James. And thanks for stopping in. Okay, Natalie, let's pull you on. Hi, Miss Natalie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good because it's warm today. The only sad thing is tomorrow it's going back, or tonight it's going back down to 36 degrees. So Mother Nature can't figure out what it wants today at all. And it's kind of frustrating, especially when you're old and got all these bones creaking, you know. It's kind of like one day they're happy and one day they're like, oh, we can't do anything because it's too cold. My furnace kicked on this morning, so that wasn't fun. All right, let's see what I got for you, my dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and oh, cards are really sticking today. 7. Okay, well, this is a great card. I love these creatures. They're amazing, and it's the orca. Okay, and I kind of don't like the name that was labeled to them probably in the 80s going back. It was a killer whale. It's not really appropriate to call them that because all sea creatures do things to kind of help them in their life, right? So the orcas, they come in and they're guardians of the seas, okay, the oceans, the waterways. And this is about, for you, this is kind of about a cleansing of old things. And I'm kind of like seeing like a twist a little bit. So there's something going on with you that's just kind of turning a little bit, and it's kind of like you almost like you've got some apprehension with it, so you're not sure if you want to go that way or you want to stay where you're at. So the orca comes in and it's going to make this smooth transition for you. It's going to add energy to whatever it is this is going on, and it's going to be like seamless is what they're saying. Okay, they're also going to be kind of standing next to you or being next to you, like as a totem. So it's like fierceness, okay? It's owning it. It's taking charge, okay? Because when they're in their pods, that's what they do. They take care of each other, and they are very strong protectors, okay? And this is what seemingly is going on with you right now. And it's like, almost like you're got that same kind of energy, that orca, like I'm in charge. I know I can take this. I know I can handle this for other people as well as yourself. And it's like, yeah, you're like the head of the pod, right? There's the orcas and they swim in pods. And you're like that, like an alpha orca. I don't know if there's a name as an alpha orca, but that's kind of who you're presenting. And it's like you're pushing things aside to move forward because it's a goal that you set for yourself and for those people that are in close contact with you. So it would be people that are considered family or family, whatever's important to you. And you just keep making that way forward. You just keep pushing back and clearing the way for this and for the other people that are around you, but also for yourself. So they're really saying to you, remember when it's your turn to kind of step back and regroup a little bit, not forever, but enough to take time for you, right? To feed you, to feel better, to rest, to whatever, to recharge, whatever that is. You need to step back just a little so that the other people in the pod or whatever in the pod can move ahead as well. So you're kind of working in tandem with them. Okay, so you're in and out, but you're the primary, but it's almost too like you're teaching them almost like how to do that by example. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Well, bless you and thank you for coming on. And I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your time, and I'm glad it resonates for you. Just remember, orcas are not killers. They're bosses, right? They're bosses. Okay. So bless you and thank you again for coming on today. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And we have Miss Kara. You're on too, eh?
I
Oh,
am.
look, you got your hair all wild and crazy too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, mine looks like I don't know. I'm trying not to do a lot with my hair because I lost so much of it over the past few years with the surgeries and the meds they had me on. So when I finally got off all the meds, yay! It was great. So now my hair is coming back in, but I'm scared to brush it or anything because I don't want it coming out yet. It needs a little time. All right, so Christy, who I see you down on the bottom again, but you need to let your video open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. He liked that. So, all right. Your card today is the lizard. Okay. So, I actually think and I don't remember exactly, but I would say that you probably had this card before. What's going on with you right now is you need to kind of step back from it, and you need to back up just enough so you're blending in with things so that you can make observations of what's going on around you. Okay. It's more of your job right now to watch and not to act, if that makes sense. Okay. They want you to kind of blend in because there's things that you're going to learn that you need to know, like things that are kind of, again, they're going back to the lizard, like hidden, because it's not like really up close where you can understand what's going on. So it's like you need to dig a little deeper. And in order to do that, you need to kind of, like I said, step back a little and just observe. Okay. Answers that you're seeking, you'll find, and you'll find more of things that are going on, but you'll be able to, once you see all of it from stepping backwards a little bit, you'll be able to discern which is going to work for you the best, or it's like a situation. Okay. It's not people, it's a situation. So don't panic about it. Just step back and let it play out, because you don't have to waste your energy on it. They keep saying that it's going to play out the way it needs to, and then you'll be able to make the choices that you need. And the bad choices, you'll be able to see right up front, yeah, this isn't the way I need to take this. And the other choices will still remain there, but you'll have a few to pick from. And it doesn't matter which one you choose, it'll be right. But you have to step back in order for things to play out that will be more beneficial for you, if that makes sense, by observing. And, that can be the hardest thing for some people sometimes, because we want to get into the mix of it. We want to fix it. We're fixers. We want to feel better, right? And that doesn't always happen, because we go through things. Our bodies go through things, our emotional state, all that stuff. We get rocked to the core as well. But it's how we handle it. It's how we handle it. So you have to pull back and allow that to occur. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it's. I almost want to say it's medical, because I keep seeing the stethoscope that they're showing me. So I don't know, but I think the answers will come to you. But again, I keep seeing the stethoscope, so I'm thinking this might be a medical thing that you're looking into, or needing a change within whatever it is that you're doing or you have. Okay, so that is your card, and it's like, let's put it right. There you go. Oh, no, it's still didn't put it right. What did I do? Okay, there you go. It's a lizard.
Thank you.
Should just grab him and put him up on the screen. All right. So thank you, ma'am.
Love you.
Okay, next time. Bye. All right. So I'm going to add you, Christy. There she is. I see you're from the neck down. There you are, girl. And I have no sound from you, but that's okay, because you just need to, you can shake yes or no or whatever, okay? Let's try to get Christy a card here. I don't even think I've read for you. If I have, it's been a long time. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The cards are really sticking together today. 7. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so your card is the Ram. Okay, so the Ram, well, first of all, that's actually, I'm a Capricorn, so that kind of fits with me. We're stubborn, you're stubborn. And it's like almost to the point where you're so stubborn, this Ram's like, nope, not going to do it. Nope, not going to do it. Nope, not going to accept that. Nope, nope, nope. And it's standing on the side of this cliff, right? And that's how they show me these Rams. And they've got other Rams that are situated around it on the cliff, but the spot where this Ram wants to go, he doesn't feel he's gonna like get there, so he's just standing there like, yep, nope, nope, not gonna do it, not gonna move it. And all these other Rams are like, hey, come on, you can do it, we've all done it. And it's like, nope, nope. And it's like almost going back to the beginning, that he wants to start over, right? Because they're showing him to me walking down this hill or rocks or whatever the heck it is, and they're coming down, and it's like to start over again. Okay, so what I'm being told to tell you, and again they're saying stubborn, 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 things change. Okay, so even by this Ram going down to the bottom, he can start a different way of approach to make him feel more comfortable. And this is kind of what I'm being shown for you. You have to kind of, it's like things have moved, things have changed. And what we all, everybody will say, I hate change. I hate change. And I say this every week. We start changing from the moment we're conceived. We're always in a constant place of change. Okay. So this is like, and they're showing me this too. So he goes, this Ram, they're showing him down on the ground and butting heads, right? Butting heads with the other Rams that are around him, the other goats or whatever they're called. And it's like, no, I don't want to go that way. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. But that way isn't going to be the best. So they're trying to push you into a different direction that you'll feel more comfortable with. And then once you do that, you have to understand the Rams. If you've ever watched a video of them, it's quite amazing to watch them manage the mountains, cliffs, or whatever they're on. And this is what you're going to have to do. It's going to be a different route. It's going to be change. It's going to be almost like, okay, I would see it as refreshing because I call myself ADHD of things to do. I had many jobs throughout my life. I mean, and I would get to know them so well that it was kind of like blah, right? Routine. You go in it, you can do it with your eyes closed. Even when I worked at Children's Hospital, that's why I left, because it was just so routine. Even though each patient was different, what we did was routine. So I left that, and I did other jobs as well. And I hold the jobs for a long time, but it's about that change, right? So things are getting shaken up, because this is what I'm seeing is the Ram keeps jumping and then jumps back down. So things are changing up, but you have what I call the toolkit, like things, experiences, people, everything that's shoved in that we've learned in our lifetime to the point we are now. You've got enough in your toolkit to get through with whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go. And this is what they're saying. They're saying, so bring up that alpha energy. Remember you're valuable. Remember you're important, because we're all different. We all have to fit into this great big puzzle of people. But if you set your mind on it, you'll get there. Okay. But you really have to let go. Like this Ram let go of it, came back down, right? And he's restarting back up the cliffside. Okay. In a more balanced way. So he's feeling more balanced. So, yeah, I hear you, Moo. So just take time for yourself and be able to kind of think things through before you start. Otherwise, it's like, I feel like you're almost going to get batted again back to the bottom of the whatever chain or the cliff. So you'll get there. It might not be what you thought it would be again, but I'm still seeing sure-footedness. You're just not moving like the rest of the herd up the mountain, but they're all yelling for you. Come on up, come on up, come on, you can do it. So it's like you've got your own little personal fan group or your personal little herd of people that you know or people you consider family or whatever around you, and they're rooting for you, but you got to learn to root for yourself. So you have to be that champion, right? You have to be able to be the one that goes up the mountain and the sides and just take it on. And you're a boss. That's another thing. Okay, they wouldn't give me this card because Rams are a boss. Okay, I mean the stuff they do and how they control the herd. And if you've ever watched them, like bang their heads, their horns together, they've got necks that go back in and out. They're like a spring, right? That's why they can hit each other so hard. And this is also what's coming through is resilience. You have resilience, and whatever this is, you've got it. But you just have to remind yourself you've got it, okay? So you've got to pull yourself back kind of like to that starting place and say, okay, let's go. And once you do that, there'll be more opportunities and things that you want to manifest come towards you, but you have to remember. And again, like I said, it's change, right? But so is this. When you hit something, when you bounce back from it. And that's literally what they're showing me. Whatever this is, even if it's a wall, you feel like it's a wall put up against you, they bounce and everything goes back in and comes back out. And it's stronger for it because it's working the neck muscles and it's doing all that and showing just how much you have going on for yourself, right? So that's your card today, darling, and I appreciate you coming on. I hope that resonates for you. And yeah, that's your card, the Ram. Okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, you bet. You have a good one. Bye. All right, guys, let me just get a drink of water here. No, Moo Moo. You cannot play with her right now. Oh, is she a little brat? Look at her. Yep, she'll tap the you-know-who. Yep, she will tap the you-know-who. Okay, I'm going to go down. Don't you leave him alone. You leave him alone. Hey, go. Yeah. Oh, critters. Okay, let's see. Michael. Sure, oh, Michaela. Okay, Michaela, I'm sorry. I have glasses on and I didn't even read it right. Sorry about that. Okay, Michaela. Okay, let me give you a card. Oh, Lido, thank you, thank you. I was watching our swans today out on my lake, and I had all our geese babies come running up on the shore today, this morning. So far, between 3 sets of parents, we have 48 goslings, but they're so cute because they're all little fluff balls. All right, Michaela, let's see what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, this is good card. This is a nice card. Okay, this today. Okay, I have to show you too. So that's really wild. Okay, so here we go. I'm like all backwards today. All right, there you go. The gull was the first card that came out for you, and the second card that came out for you is the raven. So they're kind of intertwined right now. All right, so the gull is all about for you right now. Okay, yep. Okay, they want you to kind of step back and just settle into some calm, and they want your mind to settle for whatever reason. And I feel like kind of what they're showing me, you know how you see, like even by the water, or sometimes they're in parking lots where the gulls all are, and they kind of learn to ride that stream of air, right? And they go in multiple places, but they're like height and depth, right? But they're just in that same spot. And this is what I feel is going on with you. I feel like you're kind of stuck in that spot, like that place. And sometimes it's really high and you're feeling this is great, this is awesome, and then you kind of lose a little bit of the stream of air and you kind of go down a bit. And this is giving me like questioning what's going on in your life right now, questioning are you making the right steps? Are you doing the right things? What if this went wrong? What if this went right? And it's like constant questions. And if you look at this close, this is one of the reasons, this is how I was told to paint this. And you can see all the writing and the back behind the gull with numbers and all that kind of stuff. that's what right now I feel your mind is full of, this kind of chaotic thought process. Okay, so sometimes it's really awesome and sometimes it's not so awesome, and then you're kind of in the middle where you're just not sure if you should go up or down and ride those currents. So this is about the state of mind you're in right now for whatever's going on in your life, and I don't know because I don't know you, but welcome to be here. Now the second card that's coming up is the Raven. Okay, so the Raven, okay, so hang on. The Ravens are mystical, magical, and they kind of keep a watch over you for some reason. I keep seeing them, and they're in and out of like your space. You might literally see them outside, but they're trying to teach, and they're trying to bring you things that will calm your soul, like telling you like this is okay, it'll be all right. You know, it's maybe not something that you wanted to happen or do, but they're around you, and it's kind of like they're putting you in a bubble, and they're just kind of keeping other things back, while again you learn to soar up, down, in, out, and around. So this is what this is, and this is why that's there. Okay, so they're kind of protecting you from whatever's going on, and they're not showing me what's going on, but they're also giving me that feeling, because I'm actually getting like vertigo watching it, because it's up, down, up, middle, to the side, up, down. So whatever it is, you need to kind of learn how to calm yourself and enter into that state of, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to work through this and it won't be an issue. It's going to all work out. So whatever's going on for you, just know that, you know, this has got that. This has got that. This is you. This is them protecting you. And kind of listen. That's another thing I'm hearing. Like, listen to what the Ravens have to tell you. Listen. Okay. So that's your cards for today. And I hope that makes sense, Michaela. And thank you for stopping in today. And, you know, I hope it resonates for you. Okay. All right. Let me see. Hi, Carol. How are you? Oh, yeah. Mango's a lot today. He was pretty mad and Pip's not happy either right now, because I got the boy here. And the boy wonder has started to kind of, yeah, he's laughing now too. See, he has kind of, he's like a toddler. He actually thinks like a 5-year-old toddler. That's what their mentality is. And they're jealous because they can't be out. But he's here because I have to keep an eye on him, because he's been not a good boy lately. All right. Thanks for the super sticker, Chloe. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, I'll just tell you this from me having done this all my life. When I first started to put stuff out, I really started promoting it on my social media, but then I also got my own showing down in Chicago, so I was able to put my art up, and that's kind of where it flourished from. I would look and take samples to places that would help you establish artwork. And, you know, once we're done with a piece of art, whether it's a painting or sculptures or decks, you know, like I do, we need to start somewhere. But every piece that we have finished, right, from start to end to where it's drying, or like with me, I kiln it and it goes through 2 kiln runs and stuff. It like releases it, okay? And it's kind of like my spirit walkers, Lito. When I work on my spirit walkers, when I finish them, they're done. Okay, when I completely sculpt them, kiln them, paint them, put them where they need to be, they're done. And I have no connection on that. So I'm always moving forward with creativity. So you'll keep evolving your art as long as you keep working with it. You should never stop. you should always continue. But if you've got a good enough portfolio, go and take it somewhere that will appreciate it and see where you stand with them, because you don't know until you go out there and try. And yeah, that's the big thing. Let me see what I can get for you for a card. But yeah, you never stop creating, like I said. And when one piece is done, you know, there's pieces that people have sent me emails or messages. Hey, I had this piece from you, blah, blah. I don't even remember making these pieces. So it's like a journey. I'm like, wow, you know, that's a pretty cool piece. And it's like, yeah, I guess I did make that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's kind of where I would go with the artwork. Keep working on it. You're always going to keep working on it, because you're always going to be changing and evolving, like you say. Okay. So the card I've got for you today is the deer. Okay. And this is kind of in line. Okay. So what I'm seeing, and you can see this is a buck. Okay. And he's got all those beautiful antlers sitting there, and they shed them, right? So this is kind of like your artwork, right? We create them. The deer grow into their head stuff, and it starts in the summer that antlers start growing, and they have what they call velvet on them. Okay, and it's actually skin and blood vessels in that skin. And then towards the fall, they start like rubbing them off on trees. So you'll see sometimes the deers walk around, they'll have this ugly skin, bloody stuff hanging off of their horns, right? So then they go through the next step, and the horns are there. And they start shedding them in December. Okay, so you're going all the way back into December. Okay, so but all this time they've been evolving, they've been growing, they've been changing. So this is what they're telling you. Keep the direction that you need to go. You need to decide where it's going, and you won't know until you try it. But continuously work art. Continuously do it, and you will find your niche where it's supposed to be when it presents itself. And I think you're going to have a couple of places but it's going to be whatever's best for you, whatever feels right for you. So that's your card, is the deer, and it's going through those changes, that evolution to become what you want to, but it takes steps to do that. Okay, so that is your read for today. I hope it resonates, and good luck. Let me know what happens. All right, let me see. I see Sharon down here. Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are
Well,
you?
I'm doing great, I guess. Doesn't really matter if I don't do great. I better be great. That's, you know, how life is, right? Okay, let me see what I can get for you today. 1. Oh, no, they're telling me I need to shuffle it one more time. All righty. Oh, hush you. All right, here we go. We've got, yeah, my fingers are weird today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I love this card. This was one of my pets when I had over 180 of these at my farm, right? It's the duck. Okay, this is actually a picture of my duck. I got down on the ground with the camera, and it came up because they're really curious, right? Ducks are amazing. I just love them. They have so many life lessons for everybody, right? And they never give up. Okay, so okay, yep. Okay, so never give up. No matter what it is that you want to get through, or the place that you want to get to as far as in your life or your health or spiritually, or just you want to settle your mind, whatever it is, there's always a way to get to it, to get to that goal. Okay, if you knew ducks the way I know ducks, because I had babies all the time running around. We hatched some of the eggs in the house, and my mom, in her 80s, I'd say, okay, take them out, rub them on your head, rub them on your chest, so they bond with you, right? And they would follow us everywhere. They would just, like, we could call them and they would just come running. 180 ducks and one big goose, right? So see them go over obstacles, even when they have young ones that are behind them. The mother don't care. She'll jump up on a curb, and you know, it's not really big, but for the babies, you're like, ah, you know.
Yeah,
And she had a bunch of little fuzzballs. They were so cute. It was the first week they had out of hatch, and parrots just jumped into the water, like off the side of my seawall, right? Which is probably, I want to say, probably about 4.5 feet high to the bottom of where the water is. That's a long drop for those little babies. They all just came up, and mom just started swimming away. And they're all looking at each other like, oh my gosh. And then first one goes off, then the second one goes off, and they kind of look over, well, they're okay. So then they all start jumping in one after another. So they never give up. Okay, and this is what I'm being told to tell you. You never give up on the things that you want to manifest, the dreams you have. For me, like I put out there, I need my health back, right? I need my health back 100%. None of this little bitty crap and a little bit of crap, not those tiny steps. I want bigger steps, right? But that's what we got to do. We can't give up. We have to keep remembering the positives. And I'm not saying it's going to be every day, because, you know, we're human, right? So there's days that we're not going to like the stuff that's showing up. But what I'm seeing, for whatever this is that's going on for you, you can get through it. Just like these ducks maneuver around things and how they do things, and then they sustain like where they want to be, right? They're gentle, chill place where they can relax and feel safe. And this is what I keep getting for you. It's about being who you need to be to get to that other side of whatever's going on with you. Okay. And don't give up, because it's a duck. And I cannot even tell you the years that we had with ducks, and you can see birds are still my thing, you know, but they always taught us something. Like, think about how they've just got 2 little feet, you know, and this particular duck was what they call a quack. It's a khaki duck, and it was kind of created through biology by humans. It cannot fly, but they're runners. They're called runners. They stand up and they just run. They don't use their wings because they can't fly. They just run. And it wouldn't matter where I was and where they were. I could call them by name and they'd come running. Okay. So this is about kind of like who you are, that people come to you, they listen to you, you know, they kind of touch base for just a little bit of advice, or just see how you're going to take things or what way you're going to go. Just remember, you're the one doing it, and you have the ability to get there. You just have to remember, anything that comes up, it's always maneuverable. You just have to take that little bit of time. And sometimes it ain't great what we have to do. I've been there, I know, but we still can get through it. There's nothing that's put in front of us that we cannot overcome. Okay, there's just not. There's always a good thing, a good side about it. Okay, could be a lesson. I can't tell you how many times that I've been kicked back to the beginning again, because I didn't want to go through some of the lessons, and then they just cleared everything for me, and I was like right back where I was at the beginning. And it's like, what the heck? Like, I don't want to do that. Like, who wants to do that? And they're like, yeah, but you bypassed stuff that was valuable that you needed to do or understand. Yeah, okay. So it's like, yeah, okay. And that's me, because I'm bullheaded and stubborn, right? I got knocked back when they took me off my feet in February. So it's like, and I had a discussion with them. I'm like, what the heck? Like, why? I was just getting to the point where, yeah, but you missed this and this and this. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know. So you need to appreciate who you are, because you're perfect in your imperfection, right? We are all perfect in our own imperfections. That's what's perfect about us, is our imperfections. We all share that. We all have those imperfections, okay? And that's okay. That's okay. You need to just concentrate on what you need, okay, for you, not anybody else, just for you. And when you do that, you'll be able to maneuver through whatever comes up. Okay? Make sense?
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you coming on and spending time with us, okay?
That's okay. All the way from England.
Hey, no problem. I got lots of friends over across the pond for me. Okay? You take care. And
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so that's great. I love all my friends from across the other side. Okay, let me go down. Hi, Margaret's here. Deja, yeah, I can give you a read. Hang on. I will. Hang on. Shuffle the deck and let's see what I can get for you, Deja. Hey, if anybody sees trouble going on alongside me here, let me know. He's making all kinds of sounds right now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, okay. All right, Deja, this is your card today. Let me pick it up the right way. And it's grandfather son. Okay. And the sun, you know, the sun is very important to all of us. Of course, it helps things grow. It keeps warmth. It provides different things to happen for different reasons. Okay. But when the sun comes up, it's about, for me, it's about some healing work. Okay. Healing work, at least that's what's coming up for you today, needs to happen. And I almost feel, I'm not gonna say I almost feel, this is what they're showing me, is like you need some sort of healing. I don't know whether it's mind, body, or spiritually, but I'm being shown that you need to take that time to do that, and it's okay. You may even do it in just little doses, but you're going to need to balance that, and the sun is going to just protect you and keep you in that space that you need to be right now. It's also, in part of the healing process, this is another reason that shows up, is it needs to be able to help you by burning off things that you no longer should be dragging forward with you, things that are from the past. It's not that you can't remember them, but you need to remember we can't go back and change anything. Okay, like 2 minutes ago, I can't go back 2 minutes ago and change something I said, right? You have to remember that, and you have to let all that stuff go and release. And I think this is part of the healing they're speaking to right now. And by you doing this and like not dragging this stuff forward and using it to define who you are, and that's a real interesting thing to happen. And sometimes people do that. They have their pain. What it doesn't matter if it's physical or emotional or spiritual. It's just a pain that they continue to carry forward. And if you don't realize that we can let that go, right? And it'll open up to all kinds of new possibilities for us and make space. We don't have to go backwards. We need to go forward. We need the strength. We need to know we can go forward, but you need to cut loose all this stuff that's been dragging forward. It shouldn't define us. So many people take our trauma or things that happened that weren't great in our life, and we allow it to define ourselves. I always tell people, you know, make sure when you ask for something, whether it's in your prayers or your thoughts or whatever, make sure you're very specific. Okay, so this is also something for you to remember. But they're basically telling you this stuff needs to go that you've been dragging forward, and the sun will wrap you in warmth to make you feel safer with whatever this is, and it'll be okay, because the people in spirit, our ancestors, people that have walked with you or just before you that are on the other side in the spirit lands, they're all rallying for you for whatever this is. So that's your card today, and I hope it resonates a little bit, Deja. And that is grandfather's son. And, you know, just take the time for you, because sometimes we get so drained, right, folks? We get so drained from trying to be everything that other people want us to be. And that's not being true to ourselves. You need to take care of yourself first. And then if you have the time, energy, and space to do it, then that's when you kind of move forward in a better way, but you're healthier. Okay, so that's your card, and I hope it resonates for you, dear. Good, I'm glad, Maud. Margaret, I'll get you before I'm gone. Okay, I will get you. Yeah, Chloe, I'm doing okay. You know, just I don't think long term. I'm just going a day at a time. That's all I can do. Oh, okay. Let's see. Margaret. Hi, Gail. How are you? Yes, you can. Absolutely. All right. So, Gail Marie. Okay. Let's see what I can get for you. Oh my God, these lilacs. Oh, they smell so good. I grew up with lilac bushes at my parents' house, so the fact that there's lilacs here, I just love it. And then after the lilacs all kind of go away, they're little flowering, beautiful smelling things. We have the honeysuckle tree outside, so we'll be seeing both of those, so it's awesome. All right, so Gail Marie, let's see what I have for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ah! I have not pulled one of these up recently. This is your card today, and it's the Otter. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So for you, you need to find balance, okay, between like play and work. Okay, whatever you consider work, even if you don't have a job, things that you're working, like work side, serious side. And there's not enough on the play side. I don't mean you need to goof off or do stuff like that, but you're not, again, I think, you know, sticking with the rhythm of what's going on today, it's about the healing. It's about taking care of ourselves, about that balance that we bring in. You kind of have to let that levity come in, right? So that you're able to laugh, you're able to have some joy with stuff going on in your life. Even if you have to step away from situations or people to do it just for you. Like sometimes I'll go outside and I'll just unplug, right? And I'll sit and watch the marsh lake out here and just sit here for maybe a half hour and do nothing. Just watch and listen to nature. That rejuvenates me and brings me back to balance. So the otter here, otters are really playful, but they're also really have a work ethic, right? They get things done and then they break off from it and then they play. Okay, so this is what's going on with you right now. They want you to be able to have a little bit more play, okay, or things that you like to do, okay, even if it's not completely play, but things that you like to do, even if it's sitting and watching something on Netflix or something like that, okay? So you just have to find that balance between serious and playful, okay? So that's your card today, and I hope you kind of take note to that, because it's really hard sometimes for people that have a work ethic. I used to take overtime. I used to just work. That was like work when I was in my 20s and 30s. And I'm to a point now where you have to find balance, because if you don't have balance, nothing really works the way you need it to. Okay, so that is your card today, and it is the Otter. All right, I love animals. What here now? Okay, good, James. Okay, so I'm going to let's see. Yeah, you know, it's so hard. Hang on, I gotta get a drink of water again. It's so hard, especially when we're in this challenging spot, right? Because we want to change our life in a way and push it that it's a better way, you know, or a happier, more joyful way of things. And sometimes the people around us aren't with the program that we've set. So we have to find a way to gently push that out and push it kind of away from us and grow a thicker skin. And Kay, you've done amazing work. You're coming out of your shell. It's beautiful. You still will find that through life from now forward, you'll always have people that want to rain on your parade. I seriously think sometimes that they're kind of stuck in that place, and I kind of feel sorry for them. Used to work where I worked, I used to have a nurse that would come down the halls every day, crabby, grumpy, never said nothing, and I always used to tell her hello and her name, you know, hi, how are you doing today? And she just like make a face and walk away. And it took me 6 years But one day we were walking down, I was coming into work again, and she was leaving like we always did. And I said, hey, how you doing? You know, I hope you had a good day and have a good evening. And she stopped and she looked at me. She says, you know, yeah, I think I'm going to try and have a good evening tonight. And she says, and you do too. 6 years, but I didn't let her rain on my parade, okay? I came out as who I needed to be, and I just let it go. I mean, I've had people scream in my face when I was younger and I was out more in the world. I used to be a bouncer at a bar, okay? And this was like back in my 30s. So I used to get people in my face all the time. And you just have to kind of learn that it's tougher skin. And I think, wow, they must be having a really crappy day for them to be that crappy to me for no reason, right? So just need to put that bouncer suit on you, okay? And things will be okay. You just can't let it get to you really hard. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but you're getting there. And each day you're making a difference with yourself. Each day, little bit at a time, or a big little bit at a time, you're getting to where you need to be, where you want to be. Okay, so always remember that. Never ever take what someone else says as a reflection of who you are. Okay, you know who you are. Look in the mirror and look, and that's a great person that's going to be looking back at you. Okay, all right, let's see. I'm gonna go down a little bit. Hi, Conchetta. Yeah, I'm gonna hi Brenda, how are you? I'm just gonna go down a little bit farther. I'll get to you guys, don't worry. I'll get to you guys, but I'm gonna see if I can get hi Lisa Holland Bowles, how are you? San Francisco. I love it. I've never been to California. I've only been to the East Coast states. I don't know. I was supposed to go down southwest this year, but then I fell. So let's see what I can get for Teresa. Okay, I'm doing okay. Yep, let me get your card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh wee! Hot tamales. You got it's a day of 2 card falls, I guess. Okay, so the 7th card that comes up for you today is fire. It's the elemental of fire. Okay, and then you have the earth card that popped out with it. Okay, so hang on. Talking so much, I gotta do the drink again. Okay, so fire comes in, and fire is really good. Fire in a personality, I always love. It means they're fiery. It means that they love life. It means that they go at whatever they want in their life with gusto. And also the fact that you can just burn something like and you're done with it. Okay, and this is why this is coming up, because of what I'm seeing is like you like flaming out at certain things and situations and some people, and it's a clearing, right? If you haven't started it yet, or even if you've started a little bit, you have to clear it out. And this is what it is. It's a sacred circle is what I call it. And it's everything that you hold near and dear to you. It's the people, it's the situations, it's the activities. It can be even work, it can be whatever, but it's the things that are most important to you that you hold in that sacred circle. Well, every now and then we got to go in and clean it out, because we'll find that, hey, and I'll just use this as an example, not as what it's happening with you, but like just as an example. Hey, I got this person I've held in there and in my close circle of people or whatever, and I really haven't talked to them, and they have made no engagement with me at all, say 3-4 years. I just didn't look at the circle, right? So I gently take them and put them on the outside of the circle with love. I don't mean anything mean. Don't have to be nasty, but just put them on the outside. If you let them back in down the road, that's totally up to you. But this is what I'm seeing. You kind of need to clean that out. And I'm also getting a very fiery response out of your personality. That's what they're showing me. So with the earth card is, okay, this is about grounding. So once you go through and you do all this stuff and clean your circle out with making more space, right? This is the card that comes in because you're going to be grounded again. And the things that you're going to be drawn to need to be those things that are continually helping you, assisting you, grounding you, healing you, keep working with you, because the earth is amazing, okay? And it's got many, many elements to it that will assist us. We just have to open to them. Okay, so those are your 2 cards today. So seriously, burn out what you don't need. Not literally lighting a match, but you know what I'm saying. Do it. Don't think twice about it. And it's okay. And like I said, you can always pull them back in. You don't put them out because of malice, or you just, whatever, it negatively. You just put them out. And that's fine. And then again, definitely after the fire comes the grounding. Okay, so that is your card today. And I hope it resonates with you, Teresa. Thanks for popping on today. Okay, let me see. Okay, Conchetta, I know you're there. Hang on. Lisa. I never. Okay, so my guess is, well, thank you. I appreciate it. My guess is, okay, I'm going to pull a card for you because I'm probably, thanks, yeah, the birds are a lot. Like I said, I can't have them all out at once. When the cat's in the room, and she doesn't hurt them. She wants to play with them because she grew up with them. She's 18, so she grew up with me having birds. She loves them, but the 2 lovebirds are just a lot. And he has to be on he's actually on my walker right now on the front of it because he needs to be by me. That's just started a lot happening the past 2 months. I can be in another room and all of a sudden I'll hear flap, flap. And then here he comes strolling across the kitchen floor. So yeah, they're a lot of fun. They've kept me going. I love them. I've always had birds, and they're just a big part of my life. And they're funny. They make me laugh. Okay, so Lisa, I'm going to give you a card because I imagine that we'll be down here somewhere. Hi, Natalie. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, like I said, there's a pattern. You got fire too. You got the elemental of fire. It always cracks me up. I shuffle them and I shuffle them. There's 72 cards, and the same line of cards come up all the time on a certain day. Okay, for you, you have to get the fire started. They're saying, like, you have to put a fire under your butt. You got to get moving. There's something that's going on with you that you've been wanting to do or wanting to have happen in your life. And then you like sit back and you're like, should I? Could I? Will it work? Will it not work? They're saying put that fire under your butt and just do it. The thing is, we can do things, and I've had many failures in my life. We can do things, and so they fail. But then we learn something from them in return. So you look at that, and I say, well, you know what? At least I tried to do it, right? Or I tried whatever it is. I went for it, right? And now I know, okay? And sometimes you can go for it, and it comes back to you 100-fold, right? In a good way. But we never know till we try. And this is what I'm being told to tell you. You'll never know unless you try. And this is something I will reiterate as to what they're saying is you'll never know. And if you try it, you can look back and say, yep, I tried that way already. It didn't really work for me, but, I'll look at something else, right? And nothing's wrong with that. I'd rather sit here and say, yeah, I tried it and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I can take that off the plate and go back and do what I need to do that might resonate with me a little better. So this is what this card is for you all day and all night. They're saying put a fire under it, get yourself motivated, and just do it. And again, I'll fully tell you that getting to that place sometimes is extremely hard. Sometimes it's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get to that point. Why is this happening? And you just kind of sit there. I've done it. And you back up and you just kind of, I don't know, you just kind of like sit there. And it's kind of like, well, what I did, I kind of had a pity party for myself one day, a couple months back when I got home with this break on my leg. And it was like, I'm really angry. Like, I just you know, I'm having a crappy day. This is BS. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of pain. I'm tired of, you know, not being able to get done what I need to get done. I'm tired of it. But then we have to adapt and we have to learn that we can walk forward, and there's always a reason stuff happens. At least that's my belief. Something always happens. Maybe a little negative, like me breaking my leg, but there were good things that came out of that. So you have to remember that and reach to put a fire under your butt, because you'll never know until you try it. And whatever it is they're telling me is a great possibility, but you have to own it. So whatever that is, put a fire under it. There you go. And thank you, Lisa. And have a great day. And thanks for coming on. I hope it resonates for you. Okay, let me go down a little bit farther. Boo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. Doo-dee-doo. Yeah, Rihanna, how are you? Oh, Chloe, didn't I give you a card, Chloe? Okay, no, I'll read for you. I'll read for you, Chloe. Hang on, I didn't. I must have missed you. Hang on. I thought I read. Oh, okay. Oh, while I'm shuffling cards, if any of you have clips or photos from an investigation, Holly and I are going to be on Spiritually Paranormal tomorrow, and we're going to have people that have sent clips in come on and explain what happens with them. And we're going to talk a little bit about belief systems of spirit, or some people call them ghosts or whatever. We're going to do a talk about that. And I think there might be wind up being a 2-part series, because I'm getting quite a bit of stuff. So if you guys want to, you can send it in to me. Just look on my Facebook page, and I think I've got it up over on Instagram too. And just send it to Bear Medicine Walker. No, take that back. Bear Ghost Dimension at gmail.com. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. I was just out talking to the bees today. This is what you have today. It's about the honey and the honeybee. Okay. So there's 2-part. And right now, it's so important for everybody where we are right now. God, I look like a witch. It's still spring. Summer won't be here till towards, I think it's June 21st is what it usually falls on. And we have to remember to be kind to nature, especially the way the world is so full of pollution and, you know, the global warming, you know, it's not happening, you know, and that kind of stuff. So bees are all about life and productivity, and that's what's coming through for you. Okay, it's about remembering it's about remembering, and they're showing me, you go back to the areas which they're referring to as the flowers, things that were important to you and where you gained knowledge, where you felt safe. And this is where they want you to go up here with, okay? And I feel it's also, what I'm being shown is kind of an emotional, so it's kind of like an emotional thing too. So you need to remember your strengths and your energy. And they're saying literally drink from those flowers again to keep you on the right track of where you need to be. Basically, they just said this to me, this is pretty funny. They said you need to be a, sorry, we got a helicopter going over. Somebody, he's getting medevaced out to U of M. You are the one that's taking, that needs to take. So before, earlier in life, you were the flowers. You were the flowers that everybody would come to drain the nectar and get the knowledge from, or get the healings from. And right now it's flipped. You need to be the collector. Okay, so they want you to kind of collect things that you need at this point in your life, and it's to help heal. Okay. Yeah, and I'm seeing like there's a field. Okay, they're showing me like a field full of wildflowers. So there's going to be spots that you can go to and you can't fear going there. And you shouldn't say, no, let everybody else go before me. You need to be the one that's up at the head of the line right now and take that knowledge, that whatever it is that will feed your soul right now. So that's your card today, Miss Rihanna, and it's the honeybee. All right, so, oh, la, 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 la. Let me see. Hi, Presh, I see you. Hi, Esther. Yeah, I haven't read for you, Esther. I'm going to give Chloe one first because I didn't see that she had one earlier. And Margaret, I will get you by the end of today, okay? And Esther, I'll read for you next. So hang on. All right, here we go. Let me see. Let me see. All right, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What are you doing? Yeah, you. What do you think you're doing? Yeah, okay. All right, so your card came up today, and your card today, the 7th spot, is the rabbit. Okay, rabbits are, I'm glad the rabbits are back. You can stop that. Thank you. I'm telling you, toddlers, stop that. You don't need to be pulling that. All right, so your card today is the rabbit, okay? And this is about, okay, they're showing me, and I know this is like cliche, but they're showing me the turtle and the rabbit. Okay, the rabbit doesn't need to get there faster than anybody to get to the end result. And this is what I'm being shown to tell you is you need to take your time. So the rabbit can go along slowly, or if you move too fast, you're going to be missing things along the way that you need to kind of have or understand or learn, okay? And you need to take the time you need, okay? Don't be fearful of getting to the end and like just there and you missed it, all right? It's not about that. It's about actual steps that you need to take to get to whatever this is that you're trying to set as a goal, or you hope that happens. But the rabbit's really cool. And a lot of times, you know, when the rabbit comes up, it's all about fear and, you know, they want to don't go down the rabbit hole, all that kind of stuff. But this is about, and I used to raise rabbits. I had a lot of dealings with animals, and they're really cool. But they do take the time to get to where they need. They don't race unless the fear is there. So you need to take the fear out of whatever the situation is or whatever the reaction is from another person. And you need to just take it a step at a time. Don't worry about getting down to the end. You'll get there. You'll make it when you have done what you need to get there. It's not going to change. It's not going to be bad. You'll still, you know, make it to that goal that you've set. But it's just going to take some time, and you just got to use that time. Don't get crazy about the time, okay? Just take your time doing it. And I hope that resonates for you. And I know they keep showing me how frustrated you are about whatever this is. I'm not really sure, but you just have to kind of take the time to do it. It'll be okay, all right? Okay, so let me go down a little bit farther. Esther, I think. Yep, Esther. Okay, welcome to the stream, and let me see. You're gonna get your butt whacked, cat. You go. You don't need to make looking at him like lunch. She's jealous because he's next to me. They're all jealous of each other. It cracks me up. What are you doing? Did you drop your thingy? You did. You did. You dropped it. Not my problem, dude. He dropped his scratcher. Oh, yeah, you could chew on this, I guess. Here, chew on that. Yeah, play with that. You've never had a toothpick before. Or, not a toothpick, clothespin before. Just scratch your head with it. Yep, that's a good boy. Scratch your head with it. He's such a goofball. Yesterday, the simple pleasures in life they get. I gave Pip and Mango a toilet paper tube, just the cardboard part of it. He played with it for hours. They kept sticking it on their head and running around with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ah, see, I just can't. I never understand this. But here's your card today too. You got the ram. Somebody else got the ram earlier. Okay, so let me see what they say about you. Okay. What they're telling me to tell you is you need to look at this from a higher vantage point, whatever's going on with you. Because I'm seeing the ram go all the way up the sides of the cliff, and it's like looking over, right? So it's looking down on things that can be advantageous for you, or things that you're going to want to push away and say, yeah, no, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to have this around me, or I don't want to have this person around me, or I don't want to have to do this. I'm being told really strongly you have to go up from a higher perspective to see it clearly. And you need to make sure that you don't rush to judgment or rush to an idea or rush to a response quickly, because there's more to it than what you know right now. Okay. So again, I'm seeing the ram. It's already up the top of the cliffs and it's looking down below. So by looking down below or looking at things in a bigger scope, right, we're able to rectify things that we may not want to happen, or we need to move away or remove from our path. And this is really strong for you. There's some things, because they're like showing me, and it's like you have to maneuver through this stuff. And that's what the rams are good about, right? They can jump like crazy on the side of a mountain. Like if I went up and looked down, I'd be throwing up because I have a big fear of heights. But these guys don't. And this is about taking it a step at a time. And then once you're there, and that's what I feel, you're already there, you can look down on the situation. And I don't mean look down on it, it's like, oh, yucky. I mean actually look down so you can see things. It'll give you a clearer picture. And I'm also being told again, don't rush to judgment with whatever this is. And it's almost like, I want to say you keep looking over the edge. It's almost again too, because you're fearful of something happening or someone finding out something or somebody doing a better way of the way you did it to get to where you are. And it's almost like a fear. And they're saying, let that fear go. And thank you, because they're not allowing me to have to go up top of the mountain again and look down. But you need to kind of be more aware and just take care of you. But again, you need to get a higher vantage point. And once you sort through all of this, it should be pretty simple for you to choose which way you want to go with it. So whether it's a person coming into your life or has been in your life or a situation that's going on, it's like you need to decide what your next move is going to be. And whatever it is, as long as you take a look and see everything involved with it and make your decision based on the bigger picture, everything will be good. Okay, so that is your card for today, Esther, and it's the ram. Thank you, and I hope it resonates with you. Okay, let me go down a little bit. Oh, hi, Prush. How are you? Hang on. I got to go down a little bit. JJ, I see you too, and I'll give you a reading as well. Okay, hang on. Let me get a card for Prush. Alrighty, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, I haven't seen this card in forever and a day. Woo! This is one of my favorite little fishies. This is the clownfish. Okay, and I'm going to try to say it right. The anemone that's behind it is also a creature. It's not a plant, but I'm sure you guys have seen these fish. They're saltwater fish. They're actually brilliant color, oranges, and they're white. It's just stark white. But the thing about them with the anemones is they work together. When the little clownfishes feel threatened, they go down and kind of embed themselves within the tentacles of the anemones. And it's a symbiotic relationship, because no other fish can go in there, because the anemones actually have poison on them. And that's how they kind of trick their prey. to come in. They think it's a plant, and they get there and they get stuck because they die. And then the enemies just bring them into themselves. So this is about a relationship. This is about, okay, that was weird. Okay, so the word that just came out was codependency. Okay, so that was not what I thought it was about the first part. Okay, so whatever's going on, you have somebody that's really like close to you. And I want to say more friend, but friend that's in considered a family member. You know, we all have them, right? There's people like Sean and Bex. I call them my son and daughter, right? I love them, and I love them as much as I do love my daughter. So yeah, whatever this is, it's like there's a codependency, like not from you, but from this person. Yeah, that's really wild. So it's like you're always there for them, but they're not always there for you, kind of a thing. But it's that codependency. They depend on you for everything, and you keep giving, and you're tired because sometimes you're not getting back. You're not receiving back when you need it, okay? So the thing is, it's up to you to dictate how it moves forward, okay? Wow, okay. Yeah, I feel there's been something that flipped or changed with this person recently, like over the past few months. And it's like they're not who they said they were, or they're not who they used to be. They've kind of switched it up a little bit, and it's not resonating with you. But you keep them there because, you know, they've been around forever, and, you know, they've been there and you've been there, and it's like, wow, what would my life be without that person? But you have to look at, and if you want to keep them there, it's fine. But it's like you have to look at the situation in a way that says, is this a balanced relationship? Every now and then we all have to do that. And it's like sometimes we don't. It's kind of like we have blinders on, and you don't even realize that, yeah, where have they been? Or when I need people, where are they? Okay, so this is, again, this goes back to the same thing that's been going on all day today while I've been reading, is it's about you. You need to take care of yourself, and you need to look at that. Whatever this person is doing, like if they're not in a positive state, you shouldn't be in a positive state either. It's like, pull away from them. And again, it's okay to pick people up and put them on the outside of the circle. And then they need to learn how to do stuff there on their own. Geez, that novel or what, right? They need to understand that they need to do some stuff for themselves and not keep, and this is what I keep hearing, like a sucking black hole of emotional need, or vampires taking your energy. You know, there's all different kinds of terms for it, but you need to have a balanced relationship with whoever this person is, or you should cut them loose, because we're not here to shore everybody up and give everybody our energy. We're here to live and experience things. And if things are taking on too much, where they're draining us too much, or it's like a lot, you need to set it in perspective. And that's what this card's all about today, the perspective. Okay, so that's your card today. It's the clownfish and the anemone fresh. You know, I always crack up because every time I pull cards for you, it's so in depth and so like they just want to hear and they want to share. So I appreciate you here, and I hope that resonates for you. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'm going to try to get some more people here, guys, so hang tight. Okay, hang on. All right, JJ, let me see what I can get for you. All right. La, da, 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 da. Yeah, I hear you, Moo. That's my Mulan. I hear you back there. Yeah, I know. Go tell somebody who cares. I'm not getting up right now. Okay, here we go, JJ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, I love this card. Okay, JJ, this is your card, and it's the dream catcher. Okay, dream catchers. They're made to look like a spider web. They catch negatives from coming into, this is the lore. They catch negatives from us only allowing the positives to come into our lives. It also has a prayer tie on it, which is the red spot up there. And for you, it's about, if you have things that are going not the way you want them to go in your life, you are in charge. You need to weave your own and clean off the like the webbing in your life, right? Because you are the one that's responsible for choices and what you do and how you do. Okay. And they're showing me like almost like putting above you this huge dream catcher, because I feel like you've been pelted with, you know, I say pelted like a shotgun shell, right? Sprays. You've been pelted with a lot of negatives around you. And it's like, man, if I hear one more negative thing, you need to put that boundary, that dream catcher up to repel the negatives from what's going on. You have to clean it off. You have to set your boundaries. You have to clean your circle off of, take the things out that don't mean as much to you right now. And you can always, like I said, put them back in later, but you need to do that. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting pelted because you're allowing it to happen. And I feel, again, this is like, again, another situation where your attention and your energy is being drawn to things you really don't need to be in. So that's what they're saying, and I hope it resonates, but that's what the dream catcher does. It protects. So you have to make sure that you protect yourself from stuff that's going on and keep out of the negatives, because if we keep engaging with negatives, that's what we attract. Okay, really, really, really strong. That's what we correct. Holy crow, I've been on here an hour and a half. So I gotta go, but I love you guys tons. And yeah, until next time, well, and actually tomorrow, like I said, make sure Holly and I are here and we're going to be talking spirits. And if you guys have things clips or photographs or stories, you know, send them in to me at bearghostdimension@gmail.com, and I will send you a link so you can get into tomorrow's show and you can explain to us what has happened to you. And I've had a lot of weird stuff happen to me over the years. So let's hear it from you guys. And until then, till tomorrow with Holly, I'll see you. Bear out.
Yeah. Cool, wasn't it? Bye, Bear, Mom Bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, Bear, Mom Bear, Mom Bear.